Starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Up North at 4. Jeff and I will chat about physics of all things, and other things, of course. Then we will dive into the origins of Crandon, Wisconsin. We'll get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. For our viewers to the north, there will be a food distribution to the Mercer Area Food Pantry tomorrow morning. It will begin at 10:30. Milk, cheese, and ground turkey will all be included, and the distribution will take place at the Mercer Town Hall, which is on Railroad Street. According to a court-mandated report, conditions are getting worse at a local juvenile prison. Lincoln Hills School for boys and Copper Lake School for girls are a joint juvenile treatment facility just south of Tomahawk. And according to this report, inmates aren't receiving enough programming and staff members fear for their safety. The legislature a while ago passed a law requiring the campus to shut down by July, but that deadline will be missed. The city of Wausau has been invited to participate in a guaranteed income pilot program. This would mean a small group of citizens will receive about $500 a month for select households. The money would go to employed folks who still don't make enough money to manage basic needs. But there are still many hurdles to get to that point where they're actually in the program, starting with tonight's Finance Committee meeting before eventually, possibly, going to a vote at City Council. We will have more on this story tonight at 5. The School District of Rhinelander's Board of Education approved a one-time $250 bonus for all staff. Superintendent Eric Burke said it's a way to reward staff for excelling through a challenging year. The total cost of the payout is $70,000 according to school officials. It will be paid to district employees at the end of the school year. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, happy Tuesday.
Hey Dan, happy Tuesday. Lots of clouds and flurries out there today and cool temperatures as well. It's 17 at the airport right now with a calm wind currently in Rhinelander. Over in Wausau, 21 for you, a northwest breeze at 6, making it feel like 13. There is a bite in the air, as you know, and we're all kind of hanging out below average today. The average high 21 is today, 19 for Anago, also for Mosinee, 20 for Point. We'll get much cooler tonight and then really cold tomorrow night before we recover nicely getting into Friday and Saturday. So for right now, we have some warmer temperatures to the south and east, some really cold air to the north and west. That's going to kind of stay there, though, except for tonight and tomorrow evening. We could have lows tomorrow night down near 6 to 10 below zero, but then recovering kind of quickly into the weekend. Here's that trend going forward. So 15 tomorrow, cold, right? 17 Thursday, and then right back up again. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We flirting with 30 again, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And it looks kind of like we're much warmer again next week, warm being relative for the first week of February. Looking outside right now, though, lots of clear skies to the west of us and partial cloud cover across Wisconsin right now. We just missed a big snow today across parts of Michigan, into southern Wisconsin and the Chicago area. Around there, got 6 to 10 inches of snow. For us, though, we just can't even buy snow around here, except for there were some flurries in the air today. You saw them. They are pretty much leaving us right now. As the bigger picture shows, one system kind of pulling away, but we're getting into a very active pattern once again with several more systems back off to the west of us. Those, though, are pretty much going to leave us alone. And this thing is fun to look at, right? This is just the beginning of, it's going to clobber parts of California beginning tonight. They're expecting 4 or 5 days of snow there. Let's go to Mammoth Lakes once again, which is right there. You see it there. The clouds are increasing from the west. And here we are. I can't see it there, but lots of clear skies right now. Looks like a few lenticular clouds in there as well. They could get up to 12 feet of snow tomorrow through Friday. For us, though, the pattern not so much. It's going south of us. So we could get maybe a little bit of snow for us on Saturday and Sunday, but otherwise we're stuck at 27 inches for the month or for the year so far, season so far. But remember last February we had 4.5 inches of snow. 2 years ago, we had 65 inches of snow. So you never know what's going to happen in February. I'll have your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
Keep your family healthy and your home comfortable with help from Menards. DuPont air filters help improve indoor air quality for up to 90 days, and they reduce household allergens. They're available in multiple sizes for only $3.99 each. Knauf Insulation is an affordable solution to help you save up to 15% on your heating costs. A 40-square-foot roll of Kraft paper-faced insulation is only $9.99 now during Menards Home Improvement Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
For the most up-to-the-minute info on your school closings, visit WJFW.com on your computer, your tablet, or your phone. WJFW School Closings, sponsored by Marcel's Fireplace and Stoves and Builders Service Incorporated.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for Spinal Aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Rachel Eiler and meteorologist Andrew Kiekefer bring you the local news and weather from the North Woods alongside the WJFW Weekend News team. Watch Rachel and Andrew weekends at 10 p.m. on Newswatch 12.
I've heard of cumulus clouds, I've heard of nimbus, I've heard of cirrus. Lenticular is a new one.
Lenticular, they form over mountain ranges, high winds aloft, kind of put a spaceship shape to the clouds.
They kind of look like cirrus clouds, am I right there?
Yeah, they're high. They're high up there, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I mentioned teachers earlier. People in the Rhinelander School District got a bonus. But, Jeff, this isn't the first time that teachers have had to navigate remote learning. Did you know that?
No. I know there was a pandemic back in, 1918?
Well, in between that time, polio was an epidemic, more or less, before a vaccine was developed. And take a look at this photo from the 1940s. These are kids learning at home during a really bad polio outbreak.
Really?
So, and you can kind of tell in this picture, who's really engaged. It looks like the guy who's right next to the radio, he's really into it, but the girl, I don't think remote learning is for her.
So there's precedence for this. I had no idea that we've been through this similar before. No, I don't think she's into the picture-taking mode there, right? Like she's distracted easily.
Yeah, perhaps.
That would
was
be
that you or you?
Me, probably, if I was in that picture.
So I want to talk a little bit about the new opening of the Hodag Dome. It's been open for a while. However, people can start walking in the Hodag Dome. It's going to open for public use on Monday. And I tried to set up an account today, Jeff, and it gave me a little trouble.
What happened?
Well, let's take a look. I want to make sure everyone at home doesn't have the same issues. So, for you folks at home who want to get outside, well, maybe not get outside, but you guys want to walk, right? Well, you can start walking in the Hodag Dome, which is this.
Wait, the Hodag Dome is inside. If they want to walk outside, why would they go to the Hodag Dome?
Right, no, that's why I try to correct myself.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, we're on the Rhinelander School District website. We're going to go to that community tab on the top right and go to Hodag Dome right below that community tab. Here you can see the hours. It's, let's see, that is small print for me. It's 6 a.m. to noon, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that's for most weekdays from what I understand. But to create an account, you have to click the link on the right side and you get brought to this MindSpace domain. You sign in or you create an account. That's pretty straightforward. We go to the next slide here, and this is the difficult part.
So you pick an activity, right?
Well, we have to start off. First, you have to get a facility ID. So this is before renting space or whatever. If you just want a facility ID, which will let you walk whenever time they allow walking, you go to the online store, and then you go to services in that sub tab. And then you go over the highlighted region there to get your facility ID. And
that gets mailed to you, or you have a number you show up with and say, here I am?
I'm not sure. I think it's the latter,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if it's actually a hard copy of the ID, and then you can see the prices there if you live within the school district. It's only $15 a year, and you get to walk endlessly in the beautiful Hodag
So
Dome.
cool. It's like living in Las Vegas. When I lived there, when you live in Las Vegas, you get to go to the pools at the resorts for usually half price. Right, so
Okay.
it's amazing. So this Hodag Dome thing is amazing too, because you can do so much stuff inside that dome, and we're so privileged to have that in our area. And I know you're a big part of kind of getting that word out. You know, just going through that right now, it seems a little confusing. And I know they have a manager who manages the Hodag Dome. Maybe she can make that a little more user-friendly.
Well, I was speaking with her yesterday, so I'm trying to help her out. I'm trying to facilitate this because it's not hard, starting something as big as this. Jeff, I teased this earlier. We got to talk about it. This was a picture from the Milwaukee area, I believe, those WOW counties in southeastern
Milwaukee
Wisconsin.
area? No. Milwaukee?
Well, it was. This was posted by a Fox 6 reporter.
Yes, but it was from thunderstorms they had down in Mississippi and Alabama yesterday.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying that.
So this was a hat that supposedly went through this wall, right?
And I showed you this picture earlier, and I am in disbelief. This has to be planted,
Okay,
Jeff.
so this is making the rounds on social media. There was severe weather in southern states last night. Several people were killed by it, right? It's the early part of severe weather season. Now, you can have wind has force, right? So when you have something in that wind, it has force. So you can picture, traveling down the road, your car doesn't stop on a dime. You can push a hat, something as cottony as a hat, through a wall like that and have it appear, do that kind of damage. Now, I don't know if that was planned or not. I wasn't there. It raised my ire a little bit in terms of, well, that looks a little peculiar, because I've seen damage go through walls.
Okay,
But
well, I like our kind of scientific angle to this show. So I think we've graduated from dendrite growth zone, and we should get into physics, really
okay,
delve
let's
into
go.
that. I
Can
think
we
our
start right
viewers
now?
appreciate
Like
that.
cancel the rest of the show and talk physics?
Let's still stick with our history segment. We're going to go to that right now. In just a few minutes, we're going to learn how Crandon, Wisconsin got its name.
At Cellcom, both new and existing customers can get select devices from Google, Motorola, Samsung, and LG for just $5 per month. Flex 30 agreement and data subscription required. Taxes due at sale. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Do you feel like your prescriptions are too expensive?
I know I do.
Then it's time to take 10 seconds and check the Single Care price.
That's right. With Single Care, you can save up to 80% right at the register.
That's my line. They want me to say that at the end.
Why?
Because I'm the guy.
And I get that.
Then don't say it.
Don't say what? With Single Care, you can save up to 80% on your meds?
You said it again, and you left out right at the register.
Well, isn't that part obvious?
Doesn't matter. You're still not the guy.
Well, I'm a guy.
Cut. Let's try it again.
Try what again?
At Cellcom, both new and existing customers can get select devices from Google, Motorola, Samsung, and LG for just $5 per month. Flex 30 agreement and data subscription required. Taxes due at sale. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I'm now joined by R.T. Kruger from the Crandon Area Historical Society. R.T., how are you doing today?
Doing good, Dan. Thanks.
So we are continuing our January series of What's in a Name, part of our How We Got Here series. And today, obviously, Crandon. So, R.T., tell me about the early history of Crandon and how it ended up getting its name.
Well, Dan, it got its name. It was named by one man, Sam Shaw, for another man, Frank Crandon. But there's a lot of politics behind that very, very short answer. Sam Shaw, the creator of Crandon, was born in Scotland in 1842 and came to Wisconsin as a child, about 10 years old. He spent his early adult life in education, kind of worked his way up through education at a time when a lot of teachers were young teenage girls who worked for a couple of years before marrying. Sam Shaw went into it as an education, worked his way up, was the superintendent of schools for Madison. And when he was about 40 years old, sources say that ill health caused him to leave that profession. He seemed to be plenty healthy enough to do a lot more with his life. So I don't know if he was just sick of kids and that was his ill health or what it was. But regardless of whatever the reason was, at that time, about 1883, he bought a huge chunk of land up in northern Wisconsin and started on a totally different career path. This was land that was held by, was part of enormous land holdings by the Chicago Northwestern Railroad. And Sam Shaw established a little tiny village, and he named it Ayr. He named it after the birthplace of famous Scottish poet Robert Burns, in honor of where he had come from. And this really was a village in the middle of nowhere. Most of our small communities, grow up along a railroad track or along a river or in the great pineries of the logging areas to the west of us, or a mining operation like Florence, Wisconsin. And Ayr was really in the absolute middle of nowhere. It was at the edge of a big lake, but there wasn't big logging operations. There was no railroad. There was nothing. There was Sam Shaw and a few of his workers at a little sawmill that he started, and not much else. But Shaw went to work establishing this little community and really, really put his efforts into the creation of Forest County. We were part of Langlade County at that time, and Sam Shaw had helped scratch the political backs of the guys that got Langlade County going, and now he's set to work with Forest County. And he really was, there was some really fierce opposition in the legislature for the creation. I don't know why that was, but they were really fighting it. And Shaw needed some big guns to help things out. And that's where Frank Crandon comes in. That's where our namesake comes in. And Frank Crandon wasn't the local hero. He had no real local connection at all. He was the tax commissioner for the Chicago Northwestern Railroad. And Shaw brought him into the legislature. Frank Crandon pulled some big strings. Forest County got created, and Frank Crandon was named the county seat of newly formed Forest County was named after Frank Crandon. And again, he never even, we had to search a lot of records to even find whether or not he was in the area. And Sam Shaw at one point said of Frank Crandon, he says, he's warmly interested in the development of the county and hopes to meet our people next month. They will find him to be a gentleman of keen perception, courteous manners, generous impulses, strong convictions, and great force of character. So he really was out to, to pay this guy back for the work that he did on that. And so that's how the community got its name, from a guy who never really was here, but just pushed the politics and got the county formed.
So Crandon was named after a tax commissioner for a railroad company who pulled strings in the legislature to make sure Forest County, the county where Crandon is the county seat, existed. Do I have that correctly?
That's exactly right. And ironically, Dan, it was another 15 full years before Crandon had a railroad come to town. It was really a difficult period because we had a railroad 8 miles north, and we had a railroad about 10 miles on a terrible stage route to the west. And we didn't have our railroad. So we got our county, we got our city, but we didn't get our railroad for 15 more years.
So we have some pictures of early Crandon, and I'm curious, every other city or community I've talked to had that industry, had that railroad connection, most of them at least. How did Crandon become a thriving community?
Well, for those first 15 years, it wasn't a thriving community. And when you go back through some of the resources, it does mention that. We've got a really neat historical book that's kind of the people and industries of the community in 1906, which was 5 years after we finally got the railroad. But it talks a lot about how those were difficult years, and most of the industries have sprung up right around that period of time. So I think Shaw was a really, really good salesman, and he just kept people thinking and hoping and pushing and moving to try to get that railroad so that eventually things would take off. But again, it's kind of hard to imagine that this community was the hub of the county for that period of time without a railroad. And with this, there are so many news stories about the terrible ride from Pelican Lake from the railroad along this stage route. Most people would just walk instead of riding on that stage into Crandon to interact business or whatever it might be.
R.T. Kruger with the Crandon Area Historical Society. Thanks so much for joining us on the program.
Hey, thank you, Dan.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Hello, Mosinee. Hello, Schofield. Hello, Wausau. Hello, Marathon County. Welcome to Ultracom, Marathon County. Stop into our new location in Target Plaza in Weston. We're your authorized U.S. Cellular agent, offering superior customer service, plans that are fair, and a wide selection of phones to match your needs and budget. Marathon County, we'd love to meet you, because at Ultracom, it all begins with you.
The modern farmhouse look is here to stay, and we have it for less at Slumberland Furniture. Start out with neutrals. Use a beige or light gray sofa as your base to build on. Next, mix and match metals and wood. Try adding contrast by using light with dark. Finally, add home-style pillows and unique farmhouse accessories. Play around and have fun. Get your current look for less at Slumberland Furniture.
Discover what's trending in the North Woods on Up North at 4 with Dan Hagan and Jeff Weller. Local conversations about what it means to live, work, and play up north. Weekdays at 4.
Here we go. Who is Crandon named after, Jeff?
Edward Crandon. Edward? Is it Edward? Edward Crandon.
Well,
Frank Crandon.
But, you know, I think you were on the tip of your tongue, you were about to say Chicago Northwestern Railroad Tax Commissioner.
Yes.
And how I put it, phrased on the screen, tax legislature puller of strings really made Forest County exist because previously it was Langlade County.
Puller of strings. I like that.
Puller
Is that
of
your
strings,
own little
official.
interpretation
Yeah,
there?
that's his official title. So let's look ahead for the rest of the week. We got we have Heinemann, the now defunct Heinemann tomorrow, 3 Lakes on Thursday, Ironwood, Michigan on Friday, Florence on the following Monday, working on the next week. As you history folks who are watching right now, I'm going to send those emails soon, I swear. I am not ignoring you.
I'm going to love the 3 Lakes one. I think that has a really rich history over there in 3 Lakes.
Do you know why it's called 3 Lakes? There's only 3 lakes in the whole.
When you look at a map, though, there's so many more than that.
Yeah, I was trying to mess with you.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right. I shouldn't be spreading bad information on this show. I'm going to take that back. But we will gather back all of your hope and trust in us in just 2 minutes, because Jeff is going to tell you what's going to happen with the weather. We'll be right back.
Can we get that back? Is it gone forever? Okay.
Planning an outdoor winter adventure? You need the app from the weather team you can rely on. The WJFW Weather Watch app, featuring hourly and daily forecasts, high-resolution imagery, and opt-in push alerts to let you know when severe weather approaches. With all these features, you'll know the best days to be on the ice or when there will be fresh powder on the trails. The WJFW Weather Watch app is available in your app store now. Sponsored by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. Weather Watch 12, from where you live.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
More exercise, more water, and more fiber is the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C. And time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
What are you doing? Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water? Then get to Wisconsin's biggest boat and pontoon showroom at American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. We have more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else, and we have the biggest and best deals, guaranteed by at least $500. Don't get left out in the cold. Get the most out of your weekends this year with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
To your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer for the SUV lineup everyone's raving about. You get reliability Honda is known for, with Honda Sensing standard on every model, and get more capability than ever before with all-wheel drive on HRV, CRV, Passport, and Pilot. Now, for the first time ever from Honda, get 0% financing for up to 5 years on Honda SUV. Get up and go! To your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer, or visit WisconsinHeartlandHondaDealers.com.
All right, we are in about 15 right now. We're dropping into the single digits.
Yep, tonight and tomorrow.
Jeff, is there a day this week where people could get outside where it'll be maybe in the 20s or 30s?
Yeah, warming up, not tomorrow, not Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, most likely highs back in the even upper 20s over the weekend.
Okay, very nice.
Let's go to California right now. Max 1, there it is. This is Mammoth Lakes, by the way, a really popular ski resort. In this area right there, that could be getting up to 12 feet of snow beginning late tonight into early parts of Friday. So we'll keep an eye on this webcam next couple of days as that system kind of pulls in. But for us, though, no snow for us. Southern Wisconsin got snow today, 6 inches near Milwaukee.
Okay, there's no chance that system's coming towards us?
No.
Man.
I know.
We will be here next time tomorrow Up North, or hopefully Jeff will have better news for us on the snow front. We'll see you then.
My daddy was a prominent frogman. My mom was in the Naval Reserve.